Well, this is a day in the life of protein.
Who are you? Are you a nutritionist, did you say?
Yeah, so
Nice.
if you have
Would you recommend?
Yep, so saturated fat, high fat foods, high calories, and 4 pints of whole milk every day, and you're going to lose weight and lose fat. And don't do any exercise.
Just don't forget to run 10k every day.
Yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hello, happy Tuesday. You join me as I'm just setting up for some front squats. About to do some front squats, then into a run, and then into some weighted pull-ups, dips, strict handstand push-ups, and then some weighted decline crunches. Trying to really work on the core, get the Daniel Craig look. I've got all my equipment pretty much in here from last week. I've got a new inversion table. I'm going to show you what that is in a little bit in this video. But it was raining so much last week, so I had to do quite a lot of stuff in here and in the small little bit I have out there because the rain was pouring down. So I've got this new piece of kit, and I would love to be able to get somehow, I'd love to have a bouldering wall and maybe even some monkey bars, but I don't quite know how practical that's going to be. But in the meantime, one step at a time. I'm about to do 142.5 kilos for 16 lots of one, so I go about every 75 seconds because front squats, just not very strong for me. Don't know why, but I'm just going to keep on working on it. And then I'm going to go into the run. So I'm about to show you some of my front squats. So, 16 sets of 142.5 kilos, and it's not bad, but I do collapse in my core a little bit when I come out the hole. I'm trying to get my central nervous system used to shifting a heavy load at least once a week on the front squat to eventually build up to that 140 kilo clean and jerk. But I do find if I do a little bounce out the hole, that really helps to get the weight flying up. So at some point, probably at Horsham CrossFit, I'm going to try and do some pin front squats. So when you're starting at the bottom of the movement on a jerk block, and then you just rise from the squat from there, so it takes all momentum out of the movement. I mean, paused front squats are great as well, but I just really want to try the pin squats. So, about to put on my running shoes. 8k in about 40-45 minutes. That's how long it will take me, and then I'll just do the weight pull-ups and stuff. The double A special, I like to call it, and then training people for the evening. Oh yeah.
2 hours later.
Woo! Yeah, boy. Nice. That was 8 kilometers in roughly 42 minutes. So, going for a wee, and then I'm going to set up the double A special. The routine everybody needs to do to be able to get to 100 kilos and absolutely shredded. But before I go to the toilet, of course, there's one thing I've got to do. I've been really trying. Steady on. And just like that, we are ready to start. We have the pull-up bar. We have the 15 kg dumbbell for weighted dips. In there is where I do the strict handstand push-ups against the wall. 10 kilo dumbbell for the weighted chin-ups, pull-ups, sorry. And then the decline crunches were 12.5 kilos on the dumbbell. And sorry, as a closer look, this is where I do these strict handstand push-ups. Something I'm still trying to improve on, but doing a little bit every day is what I'm going to continue doing. This is how they're kind of currently looking. If I go up against the wall, let's have a look. Obviously, I haven't really warmed up into it, but let's have a go. Like this. Not bad. So they're getting there, and you are allowed to have a bit of a mat normally at competitions. I've not come across a competition yet where you have to do strict handstand push-ups on a hard floor. I think that'd be really mean. And quite close to getting concussion after a few reps. And I did forget, this is a 50 kg barbell. Not the barbell itself, altogether including the weights, to do strict overhead press. So the workout you're seeing here, not my proudest camera moment, because I thought I'd angled it perfectly, leant up on the iPad stand, but I hadn't. So apologies for the not so great angles with some of the exercises, but I decided to do this workout with my partner in crime, Mr. Ben Cochran, and it was awesome. We do make a very good pair. Not in relationship wise, I mean in regards to CrossFit competitions. So it was a 1 kilometre run, which we did together. 50 dumbbell snatches each, but we just did them in synchro. I think we broke up after I think we did 20 and then a 20 and a 10, I think, or we might have done 30 and then 10. 50 pull-ups, we just kept alternating every 10. So we did 50 each, but I did 10, Ben did 10. 50 walking lunges together. Then a 500 metre run into 40 dumbbell clean and press, just one dumbbell. So we did 10 on one arm, 10 on the other arm for 2 sets of 10 on each arm. 40 toes to bar. Again, we broke it up into 10s. So just did 10s each, back and forth. 40 bodyweight squats. Then finally, 300 metre run. 10 single arm dumbbell clusters. So that's when you do like a dumbbell clean, but then you squat at the bottom and then do a thruster and push it over your head. So we did 5 on the left arm, had a little break, 5 on the right arm, and then did that for 6 sets. 30 handstand push-ups, and then 30 box jumps. Great workout, really good stimulus, took about between 25 and 30 minutes, and always with a lot of CrossFit workouts, was a lot more gassy than I'd anticipated. Now, before I forget, I did a couple of videos ago, I talked about the competitions that I'd done individually, but I forgot to mention one of the main competitions I did recently, and that was Turf Games Summer, a brilliant competition with 4 different events, and I did it with Liam, Ben, Johnny, Will, and myself. It was a great day out, and I definitely recommend you try Summer Turf and Winter Turf Games if you ever get the opportunity. And I think they do something called Fittest in the City as well, which is a really good day out. Basically 4 workouts, something heavy, something gassy, and then something normally with like a complex object, and then one more workout with ergs or like row machine ski ergs and stuff, running, really good. Now, one of my competitions got cancelled, or at least I think it's going to be cancelled. Before I explain, no disrespect to the company 2 Bros Pro, because they do some great bodybuilding shows, and no disrespect to them, and they're behind the European CrossFit Championships, they're called. So I did the online qualifiers, and then I went to the Southern semi-final. I qualified for that one, and then there was another set of online qualifiers, and then the Northern region of the UK semi-finals. So I did this other one, came second, that was great, and then I was looking forward to the final. But then the Northern one for the CrossFit European Championships, which is run by 2 Bros Pro, who are like the bigger brand that are behind the European Championships, who do the bodybuilding shows. They were kept advertising the Northern semi-finals, and then literally, I think a day before, it got cancelled. And I believe, I'm not entirely sure, but it was because there just weren't enough people that had entered into the online qualifiers and that were going to enter the competition. So they basically scrapped it. And there were quite a few people on Instagram who were complaining just because they booked accommodation and they'd entered into the semi-final and they weren't going to be able to compete. So that was quite disappointing. That was, I think, in July. And then now, the finals, supposed to be at Lee Valley Athletics Centre in September, on September the 22nd. And I have entered it, but there's just been nothing on social media about it. So it's a shame, but I don't think the CrossFit European Championship finals is going to be happening in September. So I'm instead looking for one more individual event that I can do before Strength in Depth Triple Threat, which I'm doing with Ben and Liam, which is going to be awesome, in early December. So I'm hoping maybe to do, I saw one online in St Albans and it's like a High Rocks simulation, but they've made it into a competition and you can, you know, get on the podium and stuff. So I might do that, but it is 2 hours away. But we'll see. So that is the drama, unfortunately, with the competitions. But it's fine. We've got the Open next year and the CrossFit Arnold Fitness Games, which is kind of the same level as Strength in Depth, which I did individually recently. That's basically exactly the same. I believe it's the same brand. It might be a different brand, but just a very good level of organisation with that event. So hopefully those qualifiers are going to come out soon. They've said that on Instagram. And then I'll do that one. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below if you are doing any competitions soon. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Make sure you flex always. Yeah.